What's up, everybody? It's James, the Lakeside CEO, and what I want to do is I've been meaning to make this video for quite a while because, guys, about every other day somebody is sending me an email asking me about this topic, and I really want to put the truth about this sort of thing, or this topic that I'm about to talk about, out there, because as more and more people have experienced the loss and the setbacks of I don't want to say getting scammed, but getting burned by this sort of pie in the sky mentality, or something doing all the work for you while you just sit back. These things, unfortunately, in our industry exist, and I want to get this out there. So, basically, because one, I want to make sure I can send people this video when they do ask this question, and another reason is so that people no longer get hurt by this sort of thing. Now, first of all, before I get into this, let me put this disclaimer out there. I am not bashing anybody in the National Wealth Center opportunity. I do not pay attention to what anybody else is doing whatsoever. I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not talking bad about anybody. There's a lot of good people in this opportunity that do the right thing, that may have something like this similar, that do the right thing, and they're very honest about how things work. I'm just telling you, as a veteran, and I've been doing this almost for half a decade now. I made a full-time income for like 4 years now, and I've seen everything in the industry, and I feel like if I can prevent people from getting into something that's going to burn them, and then they just lose all their motivation, and they're really hurt by these types of things, and they give up on themselves, then I can really help the industry, because I'm going to get into this in a minute, but let me talk to you about what we're going to talk about in this video. Like I said, every other day somebody's sending me an email asking me, hey James, what about this rotator? What about this system? What about this? What about that? And this right here is going to be, what I'm going to do is going to talk about this a little bit, and I got a presentation I'm going to go through as well about this topic, that everybody can go and learn the actual real truth about a rotator. Okay? A rotator. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get into everything. This is going to be a long video, guys. This is going to be a long video because I'm tired of getting asked about this stuff. Is this thing worked? Is it a scam? What have I got to do? What I do? I do not do these things. They're a waste of time. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But you'll discover why I stopped doing this a long time ago, and what you really need to do to have big success. So I'm going to leave the link to this post that I made about this topic in the description box below, so you guys can go and click and read. But what I do is I go through and I talk about really specifically what a rotator does, how it works, the good, the bad, and the ugly of the whole entire type of rotator system. And let me say again, there are some really good, I'm sure there are some really good rotator systems for National Wealth Center that very honest, credible people are doing. I'm going to explain to you how to sort of also how to make sure it is a credible system that you're getting into, for no matter who is running it. Like I say, I do not pay attention to what anybody else is really doing, because I just focus on what I'm doing and helping my members as much as possible, and help and show them how to basically just run as much traffic as they want to whatever their landing page is, and how to get sales and signups that way, because that's what really makes a full-time income, instead of versus you believing that this thing is going to do all the work for you. More on that in a minute. I don't want to get ahead of myself and jump around. But I'm going to leave a link to this post down in the description box, guys. You can go and read it. And I'm also going to send it to people that ask me about this, because I'm going to get so tired of this. And it's not people's fault. People looking in this industry think that there's these systems, these like this, that's going to make them a lot of money. And they're not going to do. They're going to sit on the couch and just not do anything and not put any work into their own business. And people fall for this stuff every single day. And that's not how you have big success in this industry. Okay, but you can click on the link below. It'll take you to this post. You can read take as long as you want about the real honest truth about this. But What I want to do right now is go into this PowerPoint presentation, guys, and really kind of lay down the law about how I'm going to talk about each part of this specifically. And so if you're looking at these types of things, it will really, really, really help you and get you the honest truth as to how these things work, and you'll finally know, because I'm tired of answering these emails from people. Okay, so let's get into it. Let me pull this up right quick. Now, this is going to be the absolute unbiased truth about home-based business rotators. Okay, now some people may not want to hear this, but the thing about me, guys, is I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I've helped a ton of people make a lot of money online. I always give you the truth. You may not want to hear it, but you will respect it. And you do know that it's the truth, because you probably failed time and time again for falling for these types of things. But I'm going to give you the truth right here, and you guys, you're more than welcome to do whatever you want to after you watch this presentation. Okay? Now, the rotator. Okay, if you hear a rotator system, and I'm sure there's all kinds of people telling you that the world's going to be given to you if you sign up this rotator, and sales and sign-ups are going to be rotated to you. Okay, but as we look at a rotator is just a URL. A URL is just a website, and what it does is it rotates websites. So when somebody clicks, however that traffic is being generated, it's going to go to site 1, site 2, site 3, site 4, like you see here, and it just rotates over and over. There could be 4 links in that rotator. When I say links, that's just a website. There could be 4 links or websites in that rotator. There could be 40. There could be 400. Okay, more on that in a second. But that's just how a rotator works. Every time someone clicks on that link, it just rotates to another site, and another site, and another site, and so on and so on. Okay. Like I said, a rotator is a link that just rotates different links within the rotator itself. Okay, now here's where a rotator is a good thing to use. It's a very good strategy when testing landing pages for a product. So if you got a product that you're selling, just a straight up product, maybe it's something like, maybe you're an affiliate for Walmart.com, and you want to sell some workout equipment, and you want to run some Facebook ads to that, and you've got different landing pages you want to test, or you want to put those different landing pages in that rotator and test which one is getting the most traffic, what's getting the most conversions when you look into the analytics of what you have those landing pages running on. Okay, very simple. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to discuss the good, bad, and the ugly of the rotator type system in a home-based business opportunity. This applies to any kind of home-based business. I'm just not just talking about this opportunity, guys. I'm talking about everything, because I've seen this stuff happen over and over and over and over, and people get scammed and scammed and scammed and scammed and burned and burned and burned and burned. This is the real, honest reality of what these things are. Okay, now the good of the rotator. Okay, here's what a rotator is good in terms of a home-based business opportunity. It helps people who have no clue or ability on how to market and getting clicks to their site. If you've got a 65-year-old that has no idea about internet marketing, and they can come into a rotator system, and they can get clicks. Okay, they get clicks to their site. That's a good. That's a good thing. Okay, that's a good thing that people have no idea, but there's a reason that this leads to a very bad thing I'm going to discuss in a minute. But that's a good part of a rotator. People are getting clicks without them really kind of going out there and getting the traffic, or learning how to get the traffic. Okay, now it somewhat helps members learn some aspect of marketing and how marketing is done. Now this is not, I put this on here, but that's really not true, because if people believe that something's going to be done for them, or something's going to be rotated for them, or they're going to get clicks from some kind of system, they're not really learning how to be good marketers. Okay, but it does get them into the aspect of marketing, of learning how we get a click and you get traffic to a site. That's just why I have that point on here. Okay, and some rotator systems have shown to give short-term small success in generating sales. Now I'm really going to kind of give the lowdown on that in a minute. But if somebody comes to a rotator and they get some leads, some opt-ins, some stuff like that, and they get some sales, that's a good is a good thing. Okay. Now, the bad. This is where I'm really going to get into this, guys. Okay. The bad. Rotator creators usually hide behind websites and do not put their info out there to be contacted for questions. Okay. Now, the main thing, if you're looking to a rotator or a system where this kind of stuff is going on, make sure you can contact somebody and ask how the traffic is generated, how the rotator works, because that's where, guys, that's a very crucial point right here. That's how people are getting scammed over and over and over. Is they don't know where the traffic's coming from. It's junk traffic. It's not good traffic. And even though you're getting leads and you're getting leads and you're getting leads, well, if those are not real people, those are not going to convert into sales and signups. Just make sure, because people, I've seen these rotator systems and you can't find out who created it, you can't find out how it works, you're just expected to sign up to it, and it's crazy, these people, this mentality that fall for this stuff and don't even ask questions about how it works or even do any kind of research or even asking questions. Okay, but just make sure there's somebody you can contact to ask questions about how things work. That's common sense, but you'd be surprised how much people do not have common sense, especially in this industry. Okay. Now, rotator systems usually make absurd income claims for members doing no work. This is lying and outright hype. People have been getting scammed and burned on this kind of thing forever, and I'm so freaking sick of it. Okay, if something's going to guarantee you that you're going to make tons of money with you not doing anything, and traffic and sales and stuff's going to be sent to you while you're out walking your dogs or you're doing whatever, okay, that is outright lie. That's outright hype. I mean, if you believe stuff like that, okay, let's look at it like this. If you went to a gym, okay, and you went to a gym and you signed up to a gym and you're going to lose weight and you're going to get in great shape, okay, why in the world would you say to a friend of yours or just anybody, or just a random person, say, hey, go in and do the workouts for me, go do the running, go do the weight training, everything, and I'm just going to sit here at the house. I'm not going to do anything. How absurd and ludicrous and ridiculous is that? Okay, that's the same thing that goes on with these types of rotator systems. You're not going to make a full-time income with a rotator. Okay, it's not going to change your life. You're not going to make 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. I mean, I've seen some absurd, ridiculous stuff coming from these types of systems, and you got to understand, it's just a lot. And you've probably been burned by this before. But the thing is, a lot of people keep getting burned and burned and burned, but they want to believe that actually works, and they keep falling for it over and over and over. Okay, so next thing is rotator systems bring out a false sense of entitlement, as the systems claim to do all the work. Guys, if you ever believe that you're not going to have to put work and effort into your own business, okay, you do not need to be in business, period. I'm going to say that one more time. If you believe that something is going to do all the work for you and you're not going to do anything, you do not need to be in business. You need to go work at a job or whatever that you want to do. Making a large amount of money, whether it's in a home-based business or any kind of business online, takes work and effort. It's easy, okay? Sitting on a laptop and typing and making good content is very, very, very easy, okay? But you have to do it in the right way. You have to make a connection. It's very, very easy to do that instead of falling for this kind of crap, okay? And again, I'm not saying all these things are bad, but I'm telling you what to watch out for so you don't get burned. Okay, people getting burned and burned and burned by these things every single day. Okay, now last point here is rotator systems cause a bad environment and usually in opportunities, as rotators keep making absurd claims about guaranteed signups and sales, which create divisiveness among groups or teams or whatever you want to call it in an opportunity. I've seen this happen time and time and time again. One of my downline members called me and we talked about this, and we were discussing this about how awful the divisiveness and the atmosphere and the culture of an opportunity can change when you've got people making these absurd claims and it's hurting, and people are, oh, we got to go do that, we got to leave this guy and go do this, and then they get burned, they want to come back and burn. making absurd claims and guarantees and all this kind of stuff just leads to bad situation and opportunity. It's not about the opportunity anymore. It's just about whoever has the best system, and that's a bad thing. I've seen that put opportunities into the ground, and that is a bad situation to be in. Okay. Now, the ugly part of the rotator, and this is the last thing I'm going to talk about, guys, but this is what you really need to know. Okay, now here's the facts. You can argue with me all day long, but like I say, I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for a long time. I've made a full-time income for a long time. The ugly. No one in any opportunity in a rotator system has ever made a full-time income except possibly the creator of the rotator system. And this is why the creators of the rotator system keep jumping from opportunity to opportunity after rotator is played out. And what they do, guys, another thing is you watch out, and you know I'm right. They'll keep changing the name of the rotator in their system to something else to reinvent it. Well, if the darn thing worked in the first place, why would you keep changing it? And people keep falling for this and falling for this and falling for this. And I just sit back and keep making money and just laugh about it. Okay, because I'm teaching people how to do the right things, and they get real success. They're not waiting on some kind of crummy results to come their way. Okay, and another thing is they'll jump from opportunity to opportunity, and they'll take that same rotator system and change the name of it, and they'll take a whole group of people, they'll move them into the rotator, and it looks like they're getting good results because they're bringing in a bunch of people at one time. Okay. It looks like, oh, it's producing, it's making results. Well, all that is just people moving from opportunity to opportunity to opportunity. Okay? Very crucial point you need to know. And once that's played out and all those people have moved in, they move on to the next opportunity. They change the name of their system. Guys, that is the real honest truth of what's going on in these types of things. Okay? Now, second point. In a rotator, you have no idea where the traffic is coming from. Could be fake bots opting in, or the traffic is the least bit credible. I talked about that a little bit. Just because you're getting a lead or opt-in, or you got an email notice of somebody opting in into your site, does not mean that's a real person. You have to, like what I do is I have a very good traffic sources. I teach my members how to do that, how to go get their own traffic. That way they can run it, get as much results as they want to, versus waiting on some kind of something to do that for them. Okay, just think about having somebody do the workouts for you. Why in the world would you ever depend on somebody else when you can do it yourself and get your own results much more effectively and much better? Okay. All right. Now, in most rotator systems, you are never allowed to market your own links or brand yourself whatsoever. This is a huge and terrible mistake in online marketing. Guys, if that system or that rotator does not allow you to put your own link in there, and it just rotates or whatever, I'm telling you right now, you may not know any better, but that is online marketing suicide. If you're not branding yourself, if you're not getting your own leads, building your own list, getting your own results, you are committing suicide in this industry. Okay, and what I've seen a lot of times is these rotator systems, when leads are generated, they're just taking all the leads and they're lying to everybody, and they're taking all those leads and they're putting them in their own list. And they're using them for whatever, when they want to just pick up and leave and quit doing the opportunity, and then everybody just gets burned. I've seen it happen over and over again. Okay? You have to learn how to brand yourself, be yourself, make a connection with another person. And guys, this is a piece of cake if you just listen to how to do the right things. Now, next one. It is completely and mathematically impossible for any sizable number of links within a rotator to get reasonable and credible amount of traffic and clicks without the rotation to take forever. Now, without me doing a diagram about this, you just think about it. If you got 4 links in rotator, well, everybody's going to get a lot of clicks, right? If they're running it through a solo ad or whatever, and then getting clicks, or 100 clicks, well, everybody's going to get a good amount of traffic. But the thing is, if you've got 40 links, and most people are just going and taking and getting traffic from solo ads. Well, if you've got 40 links and they're buying 100 clicks, and that's not going to get the amount of time it takes for that to rotate over and over to your link. It gets more and more mathematically impossible for you to get any kind of results. That's just common sense, but people don't want to believe that. They think that they're going to get clicks and clicks and clicks and clicks. Well, if there's tons and tons of people on that rotator, it's going to take forever for it to come back around and rotate on your link. Please understand it. Now here's the biggest point, guys. I want everybody to know that watches this. It's always much quicker, easier, and much more profitable to just buy your own traffic. Say this over and over. Why would you depend on anybody to get traffic for you? We can just do it yourself. You do that, you get results, and you learn how to scale it, and you buy more and more traffic, and then you're making a full-time income before you could turn around or before you could blink. Instead of sitting back and waiting for something to happen, go get it yourself and do it yourself and learn how to do it. This is what I teach. This is what I've always teach. This is why I'm here 4 years later and always will be here, because I teach people how to do the right things, how to be great marketers, and how to get the results themselves. Okay, last point, taking part in any system that makes false promises or promises to do all the work for you completely robs you of learning how to become a great marketer and create your own skill set to make money at will. Those are the things that I teach. Okay, those are the things that I've always done. Once you understand how to market, get your own traffic, create something that converts, or use something that converts like I make for everybody, that is what gets you big and big and big results. Not depending on something that you don't even know how it works to get those results for you. Now I know it sounds like common sense, guys, but there is no common sense anymore in the home-based business industry. The industry got better, and now it seems like it's getting worse again with all this kind of crummy stuff that's out there that people are kind of falling for. And then I hear from them every day about them getting burned, no results. Can I come in with you? I'm not getting results. Will you teach me? Will you help me? I'm just sick of it, guys. I'm just sick of it. But like I say again, not everything is bad. There's some really great people, got some great systems put together. I don't comment on what anybody else is doing. I just know what I'm doing. I teach people how to get really big results, learn how to be great marketers, and know how to do this with any type of opportunity or product that they want to promote, and how to do it well. And that's what I will always do. So guys, I hope this answered your question. Let me close this out right here. I hope it finally answered everything about a rotator that you would ever want to know, and learn. You can learn the truth about this finally, instead of you getting burned and burned and burned and burned and burned. So if anybody sends me an email about this, I can send them this video to explain everything. And if you're one of these people that have gotten burned, you've gotten burned, and if for some type of opportunity you want to learn how to do things the right way and get big results and be a great marketer, then get in touch with me, and I can really help you do that. Guys, this is James. Hope this has helped you. Hope this has shed some light on the industry, and you know the truth now. Thanks a lot.